Following the directions my echo had received, we set off from the mansion. The three of us made our way through the forest, somehow managing to stay en route with the help of the familiar. It didn't take us long before we arrived at the place where Machiko had fallen into the river. They say that a cautious fox is worth two, so we made it past the river without further ado. So, according to these familiars, the shrine is supposed to be up ahead. My gaze had fallen upon a series of steps that went up the hill from the dirt path, a gate standing at the top. Oh no, what could she want from us? She never summons us. She always bumps into us by chance. Why has she called for us, I wonder? You're so silly. I'm sure it's nothing to be worried about. Maybe she has found a way to stop my headaches. Now, that would be truly wonderful, but it is no use guessing. With a stride of confidence in my steps, I swiftly climbed the stairs, the girls quickly following in my wake. One was mimicking my own bold steps, while the other followed with small, slow paces. Come on, Oni-sama, why don't we make a game of it? To take your mind off of it. We could play Hop Along Dandy. Hop Ha? I don't know. My Echo-chan. The spunky girl hopped past me, getting out commands that the older girl seemed to be following. They both moved one step at a time, either hopping, stepping, or jumping to the next step. When one fumbled, the other took another step, and the command then switched to the other girl. The panic that had almost set in had seemingly vanished as Machiko continued the silly little game with her sister. The two soon reached the top of the steps, and a voice I have sworn I have heard somewhere before resounded in the air. How adorable. My Echo-chan hasn't changed a bit in all those years, still hopping around on my doorstep like a bunny. Eep! At the sound of the voice, Machiko let out a cry of surprise, her body trembling slightly as its owner revealed herself. The one responsible for Machiko's reaction seemed to be a familiar figure that hopped off the gate with ease and landed gracefully before us, her tail sweeping back and forth through the air. And Machi-tan, I'm so delighted to see you again. It's been a while since we last played. Have you been well? Hi, Su-chan. We were playing a really fun game just now. Hello, Tsuyuri-sama. We are doing well, thank you. It did look like a very cute game. Then again, it might have been because two really cute girls were playing it. Still, I'm surprised you didn't join them, human. Couldn't keep up with their steps. I was more interested in meeting you than playing some game. How unfortunate. To ignore the appeal that games hold, it isn't healthy to always look upon life with such a serious and worrisome attitude. Isn't that right, dear Machi-chan? That's not fair, Su-chan. Takane didn't know the rules, and it wouldn't be fair to bring someone in halfway. If he learns how to play, I'm sure he'll join in next time. It's not, healthy. The girl took a deep breath and closed her eyes, composing herself. Mayako's right. Taka-kun has yet to learn the game. It's not his fault. I'm just teasing him, dearest. There's no need to get so worked up. But I'm glad that you are all here. One thing surprises me, however. What is it? The fact that your precious Taka-kun is here with you. Doesn't it strike you both as odd? A human like him being so friendly with spirits. The last time I recall seeing such a thing was when Machi-tan was but a toddler. This has me curious. Why is he here with you rather than someone of his own kind? That's the guards from the village. They arrested him because of our actions. He helped us escape and was arrested instead. We rescued him and allowed him to stay with us. It's fine, I swear, he's just a nice human. He seems to be, not from around here, though. You need not take offense, my dear. I simply find it rather fascinating to see a human defend a spirit. I'm well aware that he is not from the village. I take a little interest in the closed-minded humans of this realm. So your assumptions are correct. The boy is not a being of this world. And yet, he might end up playing an important role, whether he likes it or not. I already told my Echo-chan and Machiko-san this before, but it doesn't matter to me whether they're spirits or not. I like this place. That said, I'd still like to get back to my own world. I have an important tournament to prepare for. Oh, right. Your upcoming battle. Let's take this discussion inside, shall we? We will await your return, Taka-kun. It seemed like the sisters could no longer accompany me. Feeling nervous, my steps grew a bit hesitant as I followed the spirit inside. Here we are, the place of our very first conversation. I guess now would be a good time to introduce myself. My name is Suyori, and just like your two companions out there, I am one of the spirits that inhabit this realm. But you're different from them, aren't you? How observant of you. Yes, there is a difference between myself and most other spirits. Spirits abide to a rather simple hierarchy. The stronger the spirit, the higher their standing. Then again, strength is often associated with experience. So what? You're saying that you're an ancient being or something? I wouldn't go that far, Takahiro. It's rude to question a girl's age. But let's move on to the subject of your desire to return to your own world. You're going to send me back? Great. I'm afraid sending you back is beyond my capabilities. Hold on, weren't you the one who sent me here in the first place? I'm afraid that wasn't the case. It was your wish that sent you here. During our first encounter, I did mention that this place was special, didn't I? Now that I thought about it, she did mention something along those lines. I briefly closed my eyes, trying to recall what she had said before. This is a place like no other. That's right. Having spent time with the fox spirits, you likely already know that there is magic in this world. However, it is not as though Maheko-chan herself possesses said magic. Rather, her body is simply able to connect with it. That sounds a bit complicated. The bodies of people who are capable of using magic create a special kind of link to the magic of the world. Try to imagine it like this. The magic within this world flows through several gateways. We commonly refer to them as mana gateways. Those who possess the ability to use magic draw on the mana flowing from these gates. A different term for these people is mana receivers. So, you're also drawing on this magic? Ah, no my boy, I am not borrowing the magic of this realm. I'm powerful enough to perform magic on my own. However, this shrine is located on a mana gateway, which could explain why the shrine in your world is said to be capable of granting wishes. Then why can't you use that magic to send me back? Because it is not my magic that brought you here. It is the magic of the shrine, or rather, the world itself that pulled you into this realm. So you're saying that I'm stuck here forever? Not forever. You simply need to carry out the will of the world. Oh great. You're saying this world has a will of its own now? And how the hell am I going to find out what it wants me to do? That's what you have me for, silly. I'm the guardian of this shrine, so obviously I know of its intentions. In your case, the task you were given was quite a harsh one. Don't tell me I have to collect wedding sashes. And marry my Machi-chan in the process? Pff, you wish. Teasing aside, this region is having its fair share of problems. Spirits and humans have lived apart for a long time, but it wasn't always like this. Wait, spirits have a world of their own? Yes, but that realm has started to merge with this one, causing some spirits to find themselves trapped here. Unfortunately, this happened before the more powerful spirits had the opportunity to reverse the damage done. Does that mean that Machiko-san and Maeko-chan are... They don't belong in this world, although neither of them likely realize this. They were much alike human toddlers when they first arrived in this world. I slowly started to understand the reason why the fox spirits and the villagers were on such bad terms. Anyone would be restless if beings from another world that you had never heard of suddenly showed up at your doorstep. Is that why there's so much tension between them and the villagers? I'm afraid that the Fox sisters became the victims of a misunderstanding. You see, Machi-chan and Maeko-chan aren't the only spirits within this realm. There are others which has caused things to escalate. You mean there are other fox spirits? Not fox spirits, but other spirits. They were sent into this realm just like the sisters, but unfortunately they were sent rather far from here. While Machi-tan and Mayako-chan were close enough for me to care for them, the others weren't so lucky. What do you mean? Did something happen to them? Along with Mayako-chan and Machi-tan, four other spirits were sent here when the world briefly merged. Unlike the Fox sisters, these four didn't have anyone to watch over them, and as a result, they grew rather spoiled and wild. So what you're saying is spirits going wild? Sound like a recipe for trouble. Yes, they grew up oblivious in the way human society worked, and their behavior made humans mistake them for monsters. Even now, those girls and their games are mistaken as acts of violence, and as a result, tension arose between the spirits and humans. So Machiko-san and Mayako-chan are discriminated against because of those spirits? You could say that, yes. Then why didn't you try to stop them? Because I can't leave this forest. I am the guardian spirit of this shrine. I cannot leave my domain. I couldn't help but wonder what purpose all this talk about spirits served. Could it have something to do with finding my way back home? Do you think solving the problem with these spirits could be my ticket out of here? Possibly. I wouldn't be surprised if dealing with those spirits would solve the problem between the spirits and humans. It would be difficult to track them down, but there may be an opportunity for you soon. An opportunity? I'm sensing one of them, heading through the forest towards a village. If you can convince Machi-chan and Mayako-chan to help you protect the village, the villagers might be willing to accept them. That did make sense. If Machiko and Mayako were seen protecting the village from a possible threat, they might be forgiven for their panties incident. Do you think it'll work? Only time will tell. For now, you better get the girls and make haste towards the village before the wild spirit causes any more damage. Nodding my head in agreement, I quickly ran outside, trying to think of how I could convince Machiko and Mayako to help me save the village. Surely they would be better off known as heroes rather than pranksters. However, I doubted that the sisters held feelings of fondness towards the villagers, considering their continued treatment of the two girls. I wonder how he'll solve the challenge set before him.